It's Madden NFL 23 on EA Sports. And this one features Trevor Lawrence, as he's moved past 3,000 yards passing for the year and looking for more. It's the Panthers and the Lions, and it's coming up next on EA Sports.
Well, it is just the perfect time of year for a trip to the Carolinas, and that's where we find ourselves at Bank of America Stadium in Uptown Charlotte. Today, we've got a good NFC matchup on tap between the Detroit Lions and the Carolina Panthers. Brandon Gaudin with my good friend Charles Davis. And Charles, you look at the Panthers in this matchup. It's a relatively balanced offense. The next-gen stats kind of bear that out. What do you think they'll be looking to do in this one?
I think it'll be exactly what you just talked about. They'll want to be balanced on offense, which means to them, they'll want everyone involved. See if they can get some one-on-ones in the passing game. Maybe identify some situation where they can swing the ball to the backs in space. Even find some spots where they just want to play some old-fashioned power football. As one of the most successful coaches in the league told us once, the definition of balanced offense, that means you can do what you want when you want to, not necessarily just running it 50% of the time and throwing it the same percentage.
The holiday season is upon us. We've got the gift of the NFL as we're underway here in Week 16. Taken in at the 3. So here are the Lions now coming out for their opening drive. Now they're led out, CD, by the rookie out of Nevada, author of nearly 10,000 passing yards in only 3 seasons there. It's Carson Strong.
I tell you what, when he's on schedule for that week, secondaries take notice because you've got to stay alert back there on every snap. A truly powerful arm, one that's capable of challenging any level of the defense on any given play. That's why so many scouts preach arm talent when preparing for the NFL draft. A quarterback with arm strength to make every throw in the book, he's an asset to have in any offense.
The Panther rush too strong. They get there and take him down. Daniil Hunter, he's the culprit, and that is now his 13th sack of the season as his great year continues. Well, if they have any thoughts of coming in here and getting this road victory, that's not the way to start it out on the first play of the game.
Yeah, one thing you always say when you go on the road, take the crowd out of the game. They actually brought the crowd into it by permitting that sack right out of the gate.
The start less than ideal as they already face a 2nd and long. Looking to throw. Strong. And his throw here's incomplete. Christmas Eve here in 2022. A big slate today of Saturday games. But we will have, ready for this, a triple header of action on Christmas Day tomorrow. I think it's pretty safe to say we won't have a white Christmas in any of these places, however. We start with the Packers and Dolphins in Miami at 1 Eastern. That's caught at the 25. A big play there for Detroit. 65 yards. Well, we saw this plenty last year in college. He loved to take his shots downfield, and that throw, that was a thing to behold there.
Well, one way or the other, you knew they'd have to push the ball downfield on 3rd and long, but I'm not sure the defense was expecting to push it that far downfield. Their math didn't add up, but it certainly did for the offense.
And that ball traveling 68 yards in the air, according to next-gen stats. From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. His throw incomplete.
I think he's got to be careful not to force anything into coverage right there. There weren't really any throwing lanes, but the best part for him, he's got 2nd and 3rd down to fall back on.
Again, he'll drop to throw. Strong loses it on the hit. Points 1, 2, and 3 in their defensive game plan was to get to the quarterback and knock the ball free. They did it there. Luckily, offense hangs on to it.
Yeah, that's got to serve as a wake-up call, though, because they can't afford to let the ball go over to the defense and miss opportunities. And I'm not saying it happened here, but you know the good rule of thumb is when a play like that occurs, you know who usually recovers it? The guy who missed his block and let his quarterback get hit.
On third down, Strong. And the throw there going to be incomplete. Now Jason Sanders for the field goal try. It'll be from the right hash, and it'll be a 36-yarder. Sanders' kick is good, and the Lions are going to take a 3-0 lead.
I think we can safely say they came out to be aggressive on the opening series, Charles. They didn't run the ball once. All that passing, it does get them the 3-0 lead.
I think what we saw there, partner, was a true definition of football balance, which means doing what you want to, when you want to on offense. And in this case, it was throwing the football. They may mix in running the football a little bit more as this game goes on. But his opening drive, while it stalled out, it still gave him 3 points.
So here are the Panthers under head coach Matt Rule. They'll be led out by the first overall pick from a couple of drafts ago, former Clemson Tiger Trevor Lawrence.
In his stat line last week, that's not going to get him to the Pro Bowl. All right, no touchdowns, no interceptions, but they won. And so the bottom line for him is team won, managed the game effectively, led them to victory. He's doing all the right things.
On 1st and 10, it's Lawrence. And this will be caught by Mooney. And not much happening there. He's taken down, but a late penalty flag in the backfield. This looks like a roughing call.
So the yellow flag came out, and that leads to a new set of downs for this offense. 1st and 10.
Looking to throw, Lawrence.
Over the middle, complete to Samuel. And they'll get to him after a gain of 7 to the 47. To throw again on 2nd down.
Lawrence. And they'll get this down to the 42-yard line. And they'll throw on 1st down with Lawrence.
And right side, Henry's got it.
And he's going to be marked down just inside the 35. The Panthers had 8 and 6 now on the year. And they come in on a pretty good roll here. Winners of 3 straight.
And I thought that they played pretty well last week. Their execution, their discipline, their resilience, all on display in that victory.
22 yards there, a 1st down.
They clearly wanted to come out, Charles, and be aggressive throwing the football, and they've been pretty efficient along with that aggressiveness. He's now 4 of 4 on this opening drive.
Yeah, and that's led to a fresh set of downs. I like what he's doing back there. You can tell he's at ease, feels good about what he's doing. And I think if I'm the play caller, I'm reading that, and I'm continuing to let him throw the football.
From down at the 12, it's 1st and 10.
On the ground, this is Derrick Henry. Down to the 6-yard line on a pickup of 6 as he gets halfway to the goal line.
The tackle made at the 6-yard line is the pickup of 6.
On 2nd down at 4, Lawrence. And he just chucked that one out of bounds, out of everyone's reach. Maybe a wise call not to take a sack in this part of the field. It brings up 3rd down.
Now Lawrence.
And he's got his man. It's Samuel. Touchdown, Carolina. A great play there. His 6th touchdown of the season.
And the Panthers have answered that early field goal to take a first-quarter lead.
They went empty backfield, all their weapons out wide, so there really was no secret here to what they were going to do.
No secret, but they still had to execute it, and they still had to protect the guy throwing the ball, because oftentimes when you empty the backfield, people bring pressure at you. They managed to hold in there and successfully complete the touchdown pass.
So after the touchdown, here's Blankenship kicking off. Amir Smith-Marset now from his end zone.
Back onto the field come the Lions for their 2nd overall drive. And last time able to get 3. It's not what they wanted. They wanted 6, but they got at least something. They mustered something out of the drive.
They'll take it. I like the way you've described it. Not ideal, but they'll take it. Anything to put some points on the board. But this time on offense, they don't even want to see the field goal kicker trot on the field. They want that ball in the end zone.
Yeah, they'll be going for 6. The last run got 6. Now 2nd and 4. Back to throw. Strong. And his throw's going to be incomplete. Now they face a 3rd down and 4 after that incompletion on 2nd down. Operating from the gun. Strong. And it's going to be incomplete. He was able to catch it there on the right sideline, but out of bounds, says the line judge. And it's going to bring up 4th down. And now the punter, Tress Way, as he sends this one away. And he couldn't get it to check up. That kicks all the way into the end zone for a touchback. The Carolina offense making their way out. We take a look at the playoff picture in the NFC. Well, with 3 weeks left, they are in one of those 3 wild card spots, Charles, but that spot is not clinched, and there's not a ton of breathing room for them, so the bottom line, they just need to focus on winning right now.
Yeah, they totally have their eyes open, don't they? They know they've got teams trying to run them down. They can hear their footsteps. The question coaches ask guys in the locker room, do you have another gear left to pull away and lock in that playoff spot? If so, let's hit it.
The numbers on the ground for Henry last week. 20 carries, 90 yards, and a touchdown.
It's a very nice winning streak that they're on, and they've really seen this offense come into its own as a unit. And one of the keys is that the ground game has been established, and it's keeping the defense honest near the line of scrimmage. Sometimes that leads to huge games for him. Other times, he plays a complementary role to someone else. But however it's getting done, they're winning week after week.
And he is going to have a Panthers 1st down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. Now I think we're going to get a timeout here. Yes, a timeout here as it looks like we've got a Lion that's shaken up. And not what you want to see this late in the season. Medical staff is going to check on him, and we'll step aside for a moment. Now Lawrence on 1st down. Right back to Chris Godwin. And he's able to take it across midfield before going out of bounds. Looking to throw again on 2nd down. Lawrence locates Mooney on the out route. And it's going to be another 1st down as they'll get him to the ground at the Lions 40. We'll give him 10 yards on that one, and that'll earn him a fresh set of downs.
A little football 101 there. You just see the receiver try to run down the defender, meaning he goes right at it and really trying to move him a little bit towards the center of the field so he can put his foot in the ground and break to the out, to the sideline, and make a catch.
A run there on 1st down and a pretty good one at 5 yards, so make it 2nd and 5. Henry again on 2nd down. And he'll be brought down at the 27-yard line.
And that's the big fella's MO right there. Running through tackles, keeping the sticks moving forward. This defense, if you don't bring 11 guys to the ball to try and get him on the ground, he's going to keep making runs like that. I feel the press box shaking every time he touches the rock.
A solid run by Derrick Henry, and here's another 1st and 10. Here's Lawrence to throw. And that is caught on the right sideline, but out of bounds, says the line judge. The throw took him a little too far at 2nd down. On 2nd down, here's Henry. Oh, what a move.
A quick burst there, and he nicely bit off a pretty decent gain.
From the gun on 3rd down, Lawrence. And that's going to be too high, out of bounds and incomplete. Well, the incompletion, but now we also have an injured player. We're always unfortunate to see an injury, especially this close to the end of the regular season. We'll step aside. Out there is Rodrigo Blankenship in the field goal unit. On the left hash mark, this a 38-yard attempt. Blankenship's kick is good. And they push the lead up to a touchdown now at 10-3. So a nice kick there as they are able to add on to their lead.
And that's exactly what you're looking to do. Maneuver yourself into range. That way, if your drive stalls out, you're able to get something out of it. And they do so right there.
This will be fielded inside the 5. And able to get this across the 20, but not much further as he's dropped it to 23-yard line. So out now come the Lions.
Over on the sideline, hoping to hit that reset button between possessions. Last time out, they had to punt it away. This time, hoping to finish this thing off in the end zone.
They go play action here on first down. Pressure comes in. He's brought down. It's a Panthers sack.
Buda Baker, the safety, he gets in from the secondary for the sack.
And that is the third sack this offensive line has allowed this first quarter.
Man, that puts him on pace. Let me do the rudimentary math here. To be sacked 12 times in a game, I know he's not going to go for that. I wonder if it's going to reshape what they decide to do on offense in terms of play calling.
Well, I can tell you what, when he popped up, shaking his head, frustrated right now behind center. To throw on second down. Strong. So back-to-back plays, each get nothing. And they're going to be staring at a third and long here. Operating from the gun. Strong. And this is going to be incomplete.
Tressway on fourth down is sent out to punt.
He steps into this one, and this is a rocket. This is taken at the 18. They'll call that a 61-yard punt. He got all of that one. And the Panthers will take over now, 1st and 10. Here's the Carolina offense as they get ready to take over here. And they split the uprights last time for 3. They've got the lead. They're not going to play this conservative. They're not hoping for another field goal. They're hoping for a touchdown.
I'm with you on that one. I like where your head is. I like the way you're thinking because you're exactly right. Trying to sit on a lead and play that way, that doesn't work too well for most teams. Run your offense. Run what you do best. Exactly. Put it all the way down and try to increase your lead in a big way. The best way to do it, touchdowns.
His 4th catch already in this first quarter. It's a first down.
Well, that's what you're looking for when you want to throw the ball downfield. You want one of those guys who can play out on the perimeter, who can play out wide, who can not only get open, but when they're covered, can uncover themselves downfield and create catches.
10-3 our score after 1 here on EA Sports. Second quarter now from Charlotte, and it's the Panthers with the football as they've got it with a 1st and 10. Lawrence winds up and lets it go for Samuel. This is caught inside the 15. Touchdown, Carolina. Deebo Samuel with his 2nd touchdown of the game, number 7 on the year.
Well, Charles, he's still a young signal caller in this league, 2nd year in the NFL. But I don't know if last year as a rookie, if he would have worked through his progressions like he did on that touchdown pass.
I think you're right about that. We're seeing him grow up right in front of our eyes because when he went to his primary read, he recognized that they were all over that. So he continued to survey the field, picked up another target, delivered a pass exactly where it needed to be. A very mature play for the 2nd-year quarterback.
So after the touchdown, here's Blankenship kicking off. Taken at the goal line. And it's a pretty good return here as he'll get this up to the 29. Detroit's offense ready to take over. And it's been very much a slow start for them. 3 drives and just the 3 points, CD.
Yeah, if you're into the points per drive ratio, that answer is 1. And that's not going to get it done in a ball game. They've got to find a way to finish these drives in end zones, not having balls go through goalposts.
They'll begin on the ground with Jacobs. And he's going to take this ahead for right around 3 yards, but no more than that. 2nd down. Off the play fake. Strong. He'll let it fly for Austin. And that will be incomplete. Trying to dial up the long way out there, but it'll be 3rd down. To throw on 3rd down. Strong.
He'll find Smith-Marset complete.
Well, he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40. A big one there on 3rd down. They hit for 30 yards.
And this offense needed something to try and seize the momentum a little bit. And that might have been exactly what they needed. Now they have a chance to go downfield and score and cut into the lead.
So how about that for a chain mover? They're all the way down inside the 40 now for 1st and 10. Operating from the gun. Strong. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football. And it's picked up by the Panthers. The big man, get the oxygen tank ready. And they will finally stop him, but a great return. Gets that football all the way down to the 16-yard line. Always fun to watch a big boy pick it up and go. He may need a little oxygen on it. He may need a lot of oxygen on the sideline.
Not only that, how about you and me trying to balance ourselves up here because you can feel the shaking all the way up to the booth. That big guy trying to get it to the house.
The Panthers offense here, they get ready to head back on the field.
They take over already inside the red zone thanks to a great return there after the fumble. 1st and 10. So the ball down to the 16 here for 1st and 10.
A shotgun handoff to Henry. This will be stopped about 2 yards shy of the marker. 8-yard gain, 2nd and 2. On 2nd and a couple. Lawrence. This is caught. And inside the 5 here before he's out of bounds right at the 3. 70th catch for him on the year like so many others. This goes for a 1st down.
Timing is everything, and they work on this cut all the time. They work on all the timing patterns, and this time it paid off for him. Worked him to the center of the field, cut it to the outside, ball's delivered, gets both feet down for the completion.
Here's Lawrence. Toward the end zone, but that's going to wind up incomplete. Down here in the red zone, you know your tight end's going to be a favorite target. Couldn't hang on.
And sometimes they just have to get out of their own head because they understand how tight windows are there and how many bodies are there. And sometimes they just overthink it and don't catch the ball.
On 2nd and goal. Lawrence to the goal line, but it's incomplete.
Now they'd really like to make the short field pay off. We'll see if they can, but this is 3rd and goal. Lawrence going to throw again.
Flush to his right, and he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down. A very costly sack there on 3rd and goal pushes him back big time. And now you figure the field goal team coming on 4th.
Well, that's what they have to do more of defensively, not just getting sacks, but they have to keep getting in his face, not let him get his feet set and deliver. He's been carping them up previously.
Yeah, already has a couple of touchdown passes. About time they put a few grass stains on that jersey.
Out there is Rodrigo Blankenship in the field goal unit.
From the right hash, just a 34-yard attempt.
Blankenship's kick is good.
And that will extend their lead even further.
So the defense are able to force their first turnover of the game, and then they add on to that by getting the field goal.
And you don't just want to take the ball away from your opponent, partner. You want to make them hurt as well. And if you don't score yourself on defense, turn it over to your offense and have them put points on the board.
Taken in at the 3. And makes it across the 20 as his guys will set up shop at the 23-yard line. Now this offense back out and set to go for their next drive.
And last time they coughed it up, led to a field goal. They're fortunate that it only led to a field goal, but still, they're not happy about it.
Could you sense the relief, though, when they only gave up the field goal? And they were able to trot back out on the field and start this drive with a little more pep in their step because it didn't cost their team a touchdown. But they know they've got to do it a lot better than they did on the last possession.
The coach will just be relieved, though, if they recoup with a score here, right?
I think coach will be ecstatic to see them pick themselves back up and now take it downfield, punching the end zone without turning it over.
On 3rd down, Strong.
Got his man. It's Bo Melton.
And they work this well upfield across the 45. A good pickup there, 21 yards.
That's a big gainer on that play, and from experience, I can tell you, that's where defensive backs will come into the huddle and say, guys, how about some pass rush? But you're going to say it nicely because those big guys up front, they don't like being criticized very much. Quarterbacks in this league, you know they'll pick you apart if you give them time like that to find receivers downfield.
This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. Here's Jacobs on 1st and 10. Well, they nearly sprung him that time as he takes this all the way down to the 37. 15 more there, and they're on a roll. It's another 1st down.
Absolutely love the run right there. This guy's known for his quickness, but also for his speed, and he's able to get to the 2nd level almost before you blink if you give him any type of blocking. Always talk about slot receivers, and they're usually known as quicker than fast. In this case, we've got a guy who's quick and fast, and he used it to great advantage.
On 1st down, they go with Jacobs again. And the reinforcements come in as they're going to stop him behind the line. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
How about the job there on the outside? Shed the wide receiver and was able to make the tackle on the perimeter.
So the 1st down run lost a couple. Now they come up 2nd and 12. Looking to throw. Strong. Now they set up the screen. That's complete. He'll be hit down at the 33. 5 yards on the play. The Lions on 3rd down. They've hit it 50%. 3 of 6 to this point. This will be 3rd and 6. Eluding the pressure right. And he works his way past the line of scrimmage and then slides to a halt. Sanders' kick is good. And that will close the gap down to 14. So the 3 points there, and CD, that helps them inch a bit closer.
Yeah, partner, when you're losing, any points you see go on the board in your favor, you're happy to take them.
Here are the Lions now as they line up and kick this one away. From a couple yards deep, he'll bring it out of the end zone. And ultimately cannot get this out to the 25-yard line as he's dropped at the 23. Derrick Henry trots back out there and gets ready to go. A good job in the passing game, decent job in the running game, but really they've been more effective through the air. We'll see if that shifts at all as this goes on.
Thus far, it feels like they're calling this game in reverse. Normally you run to set up the pass. Here it feels like they're passing, hoping to set up the run and be more effective later on in the game.
Yeah, you can do it both ways. We usually talk about it in the reverse, however.
No doubt about it.
Draw play. This is Henry. Absolutely nobody fooled there. He's going nowhere fast as he's stopped behind the line of scrimmage. On 3rd down, Lawrence got his target, Samuel. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. He's exceeded his receiving yards from a week ago, and we're still in the 1st half. It's a 1st down.
Well, things are definitely going right for them here in the 1st half. Pick a down, any down, even 3rd down, no problem. They get a connection there and pick up a fresh set of downs, continuing to move the ball.
On 1st down, Lawrence. And this is going to be caught, but they'll say out of bounds. So it's incomplete.
It's now 2nd and 10.
10th carry now for Derrick Henry. And he'll be taken down just shy of midfield. Coming up here looking for 3 yards to pick up the 1st. Lawrence on 3rd down. Open man has got one. It's complete. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. Well, they were in search of a short gain on 3rd down, and they wind up nabbing over 20 yards. And with that completion, he's now north of 200 yards here in the 1st half. Boy, a tough start for the secondary defensively.
It is, and it's got to put a dent in their confidence. And, you know, you always want to keep that up and feel like you can always bounce back after plays. But with the kind of numbers he's putting up here, it's starting to wear on them a little bit, I think. So they're looking at each other and trying to figure out what defense will work and how can they play better without getting beat deep for big passes.
And he's brought down inside the 20 at the 18-yard line. They like going to him in the slot. He catches another one.
I think this comes under the heading of until they stop him, why not go back to him? He has something going really well. Great working relationship with the guy throwing the ball, and they keep making the connection.
So not quite a first down just yet as they come up on second and less than a yard. They juked him. And on this one, he'll get to the 15, right at the 15-yard line. And we've hit the 2-minute mark in this first half of action. Line of scrimmage, the 15. It's 1st and 10. Now Lawrence. That's going to be complete on the sideline, but that throw left him no room to run, and the good footwork nearly all for naught. Throwing again on second down. Lawrence. They set up the screen for Henry. And he can't quite get there. Tackled down at the 1. It's a 10-yard gain there to set him up 1st and goal.
And when you're throwing the ball downfield really well like they have been on this drive, it's really a nice time to work one of the screen plays in. One of my favorite play callers in the game has always told me he starts every game with 10 to 12 screens because if he starts feeling the pressure from the defense, he uses their aggressiveness against them.
A loss of 2 there, 2nd down.
And that's what I'd like to see out of this defense, a little fire, a little toughness. It hasn't been the best first half for them, but they did do a nice job there forcing a loss on that play.
So they're backed up to the 3-yard line, 2nd and goal. Lawrence will throw. And he's got his man. It's Samuel. Touchdown, Carolina. A great effort there. On his way to a monster game. 3 first-half touchdowns. And the Panthers have moved out in front by 3 touchdowns. A nice throw there by the second-year quarterback.
And I don't believe that was the kind of play he would have made as a rookie, because usually your rookie season is a continuation of your college days. A lot of one read, and if you don't have it, you just take off and go. Now he's settled in the pocket a little bit more, reading the field and getting to a second and sometimes third progression. That was a nice play.
Extra point by Blankenship is up and good. And the lead now to 3 touchdowns at 21. So after the touchdown, here's Blankenship kicking off. From the end zone is Smith-Marset. And no alley to be found. The coverage was solid, and he's dropped at the 18. And Detroit getting set to go now. Charles, we'll see what they can do here. Not a ton of time left, but enough certainly to get points out of this drive, and they need them right now because they're trailing.
Yeah, and this is exactly why you practice a 2-minute drill all through camp and at least one practice each week before a game. A minute left, more than enough time to string a few completions together, reach the end zone, and then make that walk back to the locker room just a little more animated.
Looking to throw on second down. Strong. And this one incomplete. Threw it down at the feet of his receiver. They head to the line facing a 3rd and 7 following the incompletion on second down. Operating from the gun. Strong. And that will be incomplete.
Has been a little bit of frustration there. Back-to-back incompletions. Receivers blanketed on both attempts. This time on 3rd down.
He's been a busy man here in this first half as he gets it away. This is taken at the 18. A nice job on the return there, 16 yards. And it will be the Panthers' ball, 1st and 10. Deebo Samuel trotting out with his offense to start this next drive. He's the star wide receiver, and he's doing his thing so far here into the second quarter.
And how you get distinguished as a star is each and every week performing to a high level no matter what they throw at you, because you're always wanting to take him out of the game if you're a defensive team. How do you press him, double him, triple him, all of those things? But the best players show up each and every week, solid games and some spectacular ones.
And he has showed up time and time again. Throwing now, Lawrence on first down.
And the throw left sideline here is caught, but they'll rule it incomplete. Couldn't keep his feet in. Second down. Throwing again on 2nd and 10.
Lawrence.
And that one will fall incomplete. Clock here now just under 30 seconds to go in this first half.
Now Lawrence to throw.
Now he's going to send this one deep right side. He's got him in. Complete. Now the Panthers going to use the first of their timeouts as they stop it with 19 seconds to go in half number 1. So after the big play, look at this, all the way down at the 15 now on 1st and 10. From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. And he's got his man. It's Samuel. Touchdown, Carolina. A great play there. On his way to a historic performance, 4 first-half touchdowns.
And the Panthers are able to widen their lead here in this first half.
That score that they just gave up there, that's a tough one for their defense to swallow because they've had a tough time through the first 2 quarters. They really were determined to get a stop there, unable to do so. That makes their comeback hopes that much more difficult.
Now Blankenship on for the PAT.
And that'll increase their lead to 28. 5 plays there on that drive.
And it's Deebo Samuel who caps things with a touchdown reception. This taken in at the goal line. And they'll get him down inside the 30 at the 27. The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. And with only 9 seconds remaining, well, not much time, we'll see how they play this.
And defensively, they're just looking to keep him contained as they're able to get him down. And this offense going to elect to burn a timeout with 5 seconds remaining in quarter number 2.
Sideline throw, it's tipped, but he still got it.
Now he's going to get this all the way down inside the 35. So we've reached halftime here. Let's throw in a broadcaster cliche, shall we? Both teams looking for a gift on Christmas Eve. As we'll send you down the coast now to Orlando, that's where we find Jonathan Coachman, ready with our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach.
Some great games coming up on Sunday, highlighted by a 1 o'clock matchup in Miami. A good test for the Dolphins as they'll take on the always tough Green Bay Packers. Excellent games in the late afternoon window as well. One being out in Los Angeles, where it'll be the Rams taking on the Denver Broncos. Then on Sunday night, wrap up your Christmas day with a great one in the NFC, the Bucs and Cardinals at 8:20 Eastern Time. Time now for a check of the next-gen stats in that first half for the Lions. And despite the fact that they're looking up at a double-digit deficit at halftime, they were able to move the football through the air in those first 2 quarters. Meanwhile, for the Panthers, they were even better throwing the football. Lots of open receivers to choose from, and you can bet that'll continue to be a focus in the second half.
And we welcome you back live now inside the booth alongside Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gaudin, set and ready to rock for the third quarter.
Fields it right around the goal line. And beyond the 20, but not by much. In fact, just a yard pass there to the 21.
And as this offense makes their way back out, NFC playoff race time, we give you a look at what's going on there.
And for them right now, not a done deal. They are holding down one of the final 3 wild card spots with 2 weeks to go. But, you know, there are others, Charles, kind of nipping at their heels a bit.
And, Brandon, it's always worth keeping in mind, and I have to keep writing it down for myself. Remember, it's 7 teams in each conference now making the playoffs. So that brings more important games to the end of the season. So, in theory, more teams alive for a postseason berth later in the year.
He's having a nice game through the air. His decision-making's been really good. Solid there again. Just seeing nothing downfield, goes underneath. Nice game.
How about the patience? Because when you're having a big game through the air, You're looking for those chunk plays, those big ones downfield. Instead, as you noted, takes the check down, dumps it off, gains good yardage anyway. Really well executed.
On 3rd and short, they'll try and pick it up through the air. Left side here, that's complete to Godwin. And he is going to have a Panthers first down, as that'll be a pickup of about 5 as they convert on 3rd and inches.
For many people, that's not your standard play call in that 3rd down situation. But for so many offenses, they just want the ball in the hands of their playmakers in open space. And after he caught it, he did a nice job picking up the first down.
Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. It's a throw again as Lawrence. And under the Lions' pressure, he's brought down. It'll be a loss of 7 on the sack, and it brings up 2nd. Now, the number one mission of any offensive line, you got to protect that quarterback, keep him safe back there. This time, the rush got to him in a hurry.
Yeah, that's one where you turn to your lineman and say, guys, can I get a little help here? And you have to ask politely because, remember, they're blocking for you the entire game. But as a quarterback, you've also got to have the clock running in your head when you need to get rid of the football. But this time, he had no chance. They were on him instantly.
He's got his big tight end. That's Hurst. And if you're wondering just how quickly that sack occurred, the next-gen stats tell us 2.6 seconds is all he had to throw the football.
Such a tough position to defend near the line, even when you add a second defender. But the big man shrugged off the extra body and made the play call a success.
A dime look defensively for the Lions on 3rd. Looking to throw, Lawrence. Now he'll let it go deep left sideline. And that will be incomplete. Well, they weren't scared to let it fly, but it falls to the ground and brings up 4th down. On is the punter Charlton now as he's able to get this one away. So a change of possession here on the punt. And the Lions are going to take over with a long field ahead and a 1st and 10. Now we take a glance at the offense as they work their way back out for their first possession of the second half.
CD, they certainly know the hole that they face as they begin the second half. They have to do what precious few teams have done in NFL history. That's try to come back from a 4-possession deficit.
And partner, you know, as that team gathers, they're saying to each other, you never say never, right? Because if you're on an NFL roster, that's how you have to think. You can always come back and win a ball game. And let's face it, we saw a certain Super Bowl, a 25-point lead late, that wasn't enough to put someone away. But that being said, this task is near impossible. Let's face it. And bottom line is, it officially becomes impossible if this possession is an empty one.
Off play action. Strong.
He's got Dulcich going across the formation.
And they'll be stopped at the 28 on a play that started at the 14. They pick up 14. Running straight ahead is Jacobs. And they'll get it up just short of the 45 at the 44.
Holding. Offense.
That one going against the guard, Andrew Norwell. They will run out of the gun with Jacobs. He is taken down at the 21 after a short gain of 2.
Second down, Jacobs once more.
They showed off a nice juke of the defender before the next wave could bring him down. Off the play fake. Strong.
Yeah, that's going to wind up incomplete. Nearly their first pick of the game, but it does bring up 4th down.
Well, this is just a continuation of what we saw in the first half. So much for the fresh start to begin the 3rd quarter. Still on target throws, no rhythm throwing the football, and obviously no touchdown scored in this game.
Here's Tressway now. He's been one of their few bright spots so far. This is away and a very good kick angled for the sidelines.
Personal foul. Roughing the kicker. Defense.
That hurts. If it was running into the kicker, wouldn't be a first down. Roughing, it is a first.
And just think about the differences between the two. Running into the kicker almost feels inadvertent, just a small tap, so to speak. But when you rough him, usually bodies are hitting the ground and flying all different places. And the difference is 5 yards or 15. And in this case, that's a big play.
Jacobs going to try the middle. And he'll get across midfield and into Carolina territory. 6 yards on that last play. Here's 2nd and 4. Off play action. Strong. Looking right sideline, but it's incomplete. This will be the 8th play of the drive here. 3rd and 4. Back to throw. Strong. Well, had his hands on it, couldn't bring it in. Pretty symptomatic of how this game's been going. So they're forced to punt on 4th as this one's away. And it's out of bounds. Now we'll see what the side judge says. He says out at the 8-yard line. The field position game, such an overlooked facet, Charles, of an NFL game, but this offense, they're going to be pinned back. What an ideal punt.
An ideal punt, and it leads to that term complementary football, because them doing that puts their defense in a great spot, doesn't it? Gives them a chance. If they want to be aggressive, try and maybe get a safety out of this whole thing, it puts them in that position.
They go play action now. Lawrence taking a shot for Samuel. And he knocks the ball away, and it falls incomplete. So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on 1st down. From the gun, it's Lawrence. And that throw behind his man, he missed him, incomplete. So back-to-back incompletions, and that has him staring at a 3rd and 10. Out of the gun, it's Lawrence. That's complete to Mooney. And some room to run now. And he'll be hauled down at about the 30-yard line. We know he's good at catching the football, but then after the catch, he's got escapability.
Not only that, he's got some toughness as well, because you know he's coached very hard to make sure he battles through, breaks tackles, and then they finish with, but don't fumble the football.
So how about this for a change in field position? From inside the 10, here's 1st down on the other side of the field. Play action. It's Lawrence. And he'll get this underneath to Henry. And he'll be marked down at about the 26-yard line.
4 yards on the pickup.
Running from the gun with Henry. And he's able to motor his way down to the 16-yard line. 62 yards rushing for him now as he's carried it 13 times.
I don't know what this says about me, but I love successful runs up the middle when the blocking is so well executed like that.
And it doesn't matter whether it's zone blocking, whether it's a power scheme. When you have a blocker on a defender and the running back can read it, find the proper hole, and just go, sometimes a thing of beauty.
So 1st and 10, and if they score on this drive, might have to start digging in our second-half blowout material.
Again, it's Henry. He takes us down to about the 12 for a gain of 3.
3 yards on that last carry. Here's 2nd and 7. Now Lawrence. He's got Mooney once again bringing it in. Down to the 6-yard line on a pickup of 6 as he gets halfway to the goal line. On 3rd and 1, it's Lawrence. Toward the end zone, but that's going to wind up incomplete. They're going on 4th down. Lawrence. And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. And the Panthers turned away on 4th down, and the Lions will take over. So the defense has to stay out and get one more stop. They were able to do it, forcing the incompletion.
So on their record, that goes down as a successful play. It doesn't matter how they got there, how it happened. They got it done. They're the ones that are jubilant.
And he'll be out of bounds up past the 10-yard line. To throw on 2nd down. Strong. That's taken in by Dulcich. Rookie to rookie on the hook up there, and it's a 1st down.
They'll run right here with Jacobs. And that closed up quickly there as he gets it up only to about the 17. Second down, Jacobs once more. And he'll take this one up to about the 23. These guys have punted 4 times already, and they're staring at a 5th, barring a conversion here on 3rd down. Looking to throw. Strong. And that is incomplete. Here's Tress right now. He's been terrific so far. And he deserves a bronze leg as he gets this one away. Fielded at the 20. That'll be put in the books as a 53-yard punt. And they will take over 1st and 10. Darnell Mooney and the rest of this offense ready to go again. And the previous drive put him up over 1,000 yards for the season. So now it's what you like to refer to, my friend, as gravy time, right?
It is. I mean, he's done it, right? He's accomplished the goal. So the good players, they relax a little, they bask in it. They think this is, okay, we've done what we set out to do. The great players decide to push that number as high as they possibly can. I don't expect him to have any let-up in his game the rest of the way.
Great thing if you're on the opposite side. He's such a weapon. He just opens things up for the other guys around him.
Yeah, if you're the opposite receiver, you should expect a few passes to come your way, too, because I've got to kick coverage in his direction.
Lawrence's throw here on target to Hurst. And give him 6 yards here as he's stopped near the 35 at the 34.
Let's not quibble about the gain there on 2nd down. That was a positive play because that was a take-what-you-can-get situation. Got out to the tight end. Now it gives him a much better opportunity to convert on 3rd down.
We're off to the 4th quarter here on Christmas Eve. We'll return with more after this break. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. The Panthers on 3rd down. Now they've converted 7 times and could use another right now. They're looking at 3rd in the nose of the football. They'll try to run for the first with Henry. And Henry fighting for the marker, but I don't think he got there. He did not. No gain on the play there, and it'll bring up 4th down. Here's the Panthers punter now as he'll kick it away for the 2nd time. And he didn't quite have the backspin on that one. It hits at the 4 and continues into the end zone. It's a touchback. Detroit's offense ready to take over. We said it at halftime that they would need a nearly perfect second half to erase that deficit that they were facing, CD. But unfortunately, the second half has pretty much been a carbon copy of the first.
Yeah, that early lead was almost insurmountable the way their opponent was playing. And, partner, they do have some good news, though. This one is getting close to being over, and they can try and hit the reset button starting tomorrow.
Strong loses it on the hit. We always hear a lot of vent about rookie. They got to him there to force it free, but couldn't recover it.
And you mentioned the pressure. Rookie quarterback, you're going to bring more pressure at him at all times because you don't know how he's going to hold up. He was fortunate there. Luck was on his side, able to recover that fumble.
Looking to throw on 2nd down. Strong. That is knocked away and incomplete, but a penalty flag. In the backfield, this might be a roughing call. So now a fresh set of downs. 1st and 10 after roughing the passer. They will run the draw with Jacobs. And able to break one tackle, but then quickly brought down. But a nice little gain. To throw on 2nd down. Strong. They swing that out wide to Jacobs. So back-to-back plays, each get nothing. And that's going to make it 3rd down and less than a yard. From the shotgun, he'll look to throw. Throw to the right, caught by Dulcich. And he is going to have a Lions first down as they're able to move the sticks with a gain of 4 on 3rd and inches. So after 2 first downs, they get another here. 1st and 10 at the 45. Operating from the gun. Strong.
He finds Austin complete. And they'll get to him after a gain of 7 to the 47. Again, he'll drop to throw.
That's complete to Smith-Marset. And he'll be brought down on the other side of midfield at the 43.
Back to throw again. Looking sideline, incomplete. An incomplete pass on first down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. They'll look to throw again. Forced out to his left.
That's caught. It's Austin left side.
And they're going to have another first down as the tackle's made at the Panthers 19. Here's Jacobs from the gun. And he'll get this down only to the 18. Looking to throw on 2nd down. Strong. Escaping the pressure right. And he'll slide to a halt here. Still a little shy of the first down marker. From the gun on 3rd down. Strong. He finds his man. Complete. That's Jacobs.
We'll get a pause here. There appears to be a Panther who was shaken up on that last play. And not what you want to see this late in the season. Medical staff is going to check on him, and we'll step aside for a moment.
They go with Jacobs. And this doesn't end well at all as they stop him far behind the line to gain. Now I think we're going to get a timeout here. Yes, a timeout here as it looks like we've got a Lion that's shaken up.
Always unfortunate to see an injury, especially this close to the end of the regular season. We'll step aside.
They'll start on the ground. It's Derrick Henry. A gain of 3, 2nd down. Henry will get it. He's been busy today. And he'll be marked down at the 26 with a gain of 7.
Brandon, I've got to think this offensive line has got some smiles on its faces. And I know it sounds crazy, but they practiced for this back in training camp. They knew they'd be in situations where it'd be extra defenders in the box coming after them, trying to keep them from locking down a game. Right now, they want to show the world they're up to the challenge.
Open man is Godwin. It's complete.
And he is going to have a Panthers first down, and he'll have it by plenty as they're able to keep the drive alive on 3rd and inches.
He's been the go-to guy. They needed a big play there on 3rd down. Went his way. It worked out.
Doesn't matter whether they've scouted it or that they think he's going to get the ball. He has a knack for finding his way open and completing the connection.
So signs of life in what's been a dormant offense in this second half. Here's 1st and 10. Inside handoff, Henry. 2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 8.
Brought down at the 35-yard line. A gain of 2 brings us 2nd and 8.
They'll run it again with Henry. A yard in the wrong direction makes 3rd down tougher. 3rd down and 9.
It's now 3rd and 9.
From the shotgun, Lawrence.
And the Lions pressure too strong. Down he goes. The defense rising to the challenge and setting him back on the sack. Here's the Panthers punter now as he's on to kick it away. And this is away. It's a high kick, and he got all of it. Taking it about the 16. They'll call that a punt of 59 yards. Tough to do better than that. And the Lions will take over. And Detroit getting set to go now.
Even though they were able to force the punt defensively, still a big hole to climb out of, especially at this late stage of the contest.
Throwing to start the drive. Strong. caught on the right side by Adams. And he's tackled a yard short of the marker. Good gain of 9 on first down. To throw on second down. Strong. To the sideline, and oh, that's well done. Able to drag the feet. He's going to have the first down. Throwing on first down. Strong. And that's complete to Adams. And we are inside of 2 minutes left in this lopsided affair. So the Lions in possession of the football as we welcome you back. They're looking at second down now as they search for a consolation score. The throw over the middle taken in. A pair of first downs gives them a 1st and 10 up at the 44. On the handoff, this is Jacobs to about the 48-yard line. Looking to throw on second down. Strong. He'll find Smith-Marset complete. The Lions will use the first of their timeouts as they get the stoppage with just over a minute to go in the game. Play number 7 coming on this drive. It's 3rd and inches. Operating from the gun. Strong. And the throw there going to be incomplete. As expected, they're going for it to keep the drive alive. And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. They had to go for it with such little time remaining, and the Panthers will get the football back. So they tried to go for it for pride, but it really wouldn't have mattered. This one, it was already determined.
No doubt about it. This one was over a while ago.
Good starting position for the Panthers as they come up 1st and 10 at their own 46. A 20th carry now for Derrick Henry. And he'll fight forward on the straight-ahead running for just a couple of yards. Second down.
He was brought down at his 49-yard line. 2 yards on the pickup. It's 2nd and 8.
Second down, they go again with Henry. And he's going to get it across the midfield stripe into Lion territory.
Kind of a strange ballgame, Charles. We did not have a single point by either team after half. Really a defensive clinic by both sides in half number 2.
Wasn't that just beautiful to watch? Come on, man. Come over to the dark side with me. Wasn't that fun to see these defenses holding sway, right? Making sure they're controlling the game in the second half? It lets you know that you've got to score points when you can. You never know when offenses might go a little bit dry and you need those points from earlier.
So for Carolina, it's a critical win for them as it gets them to 9-6 on the year. And they will hit the road next week to take on the Tampa Bay Buccaneers. Meanwhile, for Detroit,
this loss really hurts their playoff chances as they drop to 7-8 with 2 games left.
And they'll get a chance to redeem themselves next week at home against the Chicago Bears.